It's Spotlight San Diego, and I'm Monica Garcia filling in for Scott Kaplan. And here on the show, we introduce you to some of the best, most uplifting companies and nonprofits in town. And one of them I'd like to tell you about is called Warrior Built. I mean, in just the name Warrior Built, we know it's something interesting. And what they do is it supports wounded warriors and combat veterans with vocational and recreational therapy. And here to tell us more is from Warrior Built is Vice President Ben FALER and retired Marine Jesse Williamson. And I'd like to say a big welcome to Spotlight, guys, and thank you so much for being here. Ben, I would definitely start with you. Tell me a little bit about Warrior Built. How did you guys come up with an idea like this?
Well, we came up with the idea of basically for the combat veterans, for vocational and rehabilitation and recreational therapy. So there's a lot of organizations out there to do great things, but we just kind of want to do something different. Get into the off-road world. We built the chopper, just dirt biking stuff, off-roading trucks. When you're building something, it gives you a sense of accomplishment. Like, I did it, I could do it, so.
That's great, and then you did say something different, because here in San Diego we have so many different warrior programs. So tell me a little bit about, you said you guys are different because you are, you build different things, you guys are part of different events. Kind of go a little bit more into that.
For instance, we built the Warrior Chopper, and it took about 9 months, almost a year.
Wow.
But
and what is a Warrior Chopper?
The Warrior Chopper is it's basically it's a motorcycle frame. I mean, you could elaborate a little bit.
It's a chopper built by all combat wounded Marines. Really any service member. Just if you served or whatever,
Like a cruising chopper, like
yeah,
you can. That's
but
cool.
It's, really, it's we take it to a bunch of places. Took it to the Sturgis show last year, or the SEMA show. Took it to Sturgis.
So it's more of a symbol than a ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's pretty cool. It's awesome.
No, it sounds with a name
it.
like that, Warrior Chopper. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Jesse, you have a pretty inspirational story. In 2009, you were injured. Take me back to the day in 2009, and then we're going to come back today, and see how much you've grown. But let's start with 2009.
Yeah, 2009, August 7th, I got blown up in a Humvee in Afghanistan. I was in the turret, so it shot me when we got blown up. It shot me like 60 feet in the air.
God.
Landed back on the Humvee, it was on fire. My staff sergeant ran up, grabbed me, drugged me off. Luckily, he saved my life. Unfortunately, I killed all my buddies inside the vehicle. But after that whole process, you go to Germany. You go to Germany for a couple days, and then they fly you back to, United States, and that was probably the hardest time. Seeing my family and everybody there for the first time. Just laid up in a bed. It's not cool, but you just gotta kind of adapt and overcome. Just keep pushing.
Yeah, adapt and overcome. And how old were you at the time?
Just turned 20 years old.
Yeah, a young guy. So you come back from Germany, and you obviously are trying to assimilate into normal life, per se.
Yeah.
So you are getting support from somewhere coming back as a young guy. Tell me a little bit about how Warrior Built has helped you grow into the person you are today.
Yeah, Warrior Built is really just try to get guys out of the house. If you're sitting around with PTSD, doing drugs, drinking, those things are not good.
Is that a common problem with
life.
A lot of guys with PTSD that you're noticing?
It's just a way to kind of cope with everything. But this way, you can get out of the house and actually talk to normal people.
Yeah.
And
doing things, you're building things.
Just doing fun things. Like race the Baja 1000 this year. We brought some other combat wounded guys down. We actually had a truck team too, and they were able to get in the truck and race as well. So it was a pretty cool experience for everybody.
No, it sounds really awesome. Now, for somebody who doesn't know the Baja 1000, what is that?
That's a race that they have in Mexico. It's 1,000 miles, and basically you got to complete the race all on the same dirt bike or truck, so you can't switch off if something breaks, and just whoever finishes it first, So
let's take me back for a moment. You're injured.
Yes.
And yet you still want to get on a dirt bike. You still are, are able to do that. You said that you dirt biked before, and so you're just kind of carrying your, they're still the same person.
Yeah.
And are you owing that to Warrior Built, or because they obviously, helped you get out there?
Yeah, I do it for Warrior Build. I do it for other Marines or Army or whatever. My brother, he died. When I was just joined the Marine Corps, he died racing motocross. Something that we always did, and it's always been fun, to do. So.
Mm-hmm. And hearing something like that, you would think, anyone else would be like, forget it, I'm never going to motocross again in my life. And you're not actually, you're racing, but you're excelling. So tell me about some of your plans you guys have for 2014.
Well, 2014, we got a lot of races that are coming up and a lot of events. We have the Baja 250, right?
Baja 250, 500, and 1,000.
We're trying to do that whole series for Score International. We got a few fun trips like the Monster Jam in Anaheim and San Diego, just to take Marines out for therapy.
And where do you
Just
find the Marines
therapy.
at?
Or
the service members.
We know a lot of them, just from being at the hospital. So
Right down
I was
here,
there for like
Balboa.
2.5 years. He was there for
3 years.
3 years. He was a
So-
staff member there. Took care of all of us while we were coming back from Afghanistan or Iraq.
Wow. So what motivates you to do that? I mean,
Just being there so long, you get attached to these guys, because you could see they're hurt when they come, and it's just like it's almost kind of like a challenge to get them back on their feet, and it's fun to me,
Yeah.
It's like I want you to be successful, I mean they get there and then they retire them out, or they have the option to stay if they're combat wounded, and then after that it's like I still love those guys, I want to be there
Wow.
for them, and got Warrior Built here. So I mean, I contact all the guys, I manage them through Facebook, or just call them up, say, hey, what are you guys doing? Do you want to do this? Are you interested?
and
You
they
wanna go to this
seem
event?
receptive
Oh
for the
yeah,
most part.
most definitely. I mean, we're trying to build a trophy truck because we want to do all kinds of stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
it
this.
sounds like it.
It's amazing. It's like, if there's a Marine that he wants to do something, he wants to be part of Warrior Built, an organization, we want to make it happen.
And how can
Any
they
event.
do that? How can someone kind of, get more information on Warrior Built?
we have a Facebook
Okay.
and a Instagram. If you just go to Warrior Build 232.
Warrior Built 232.
Yeah.
Okay, and they can kind of send you guys a message, personal message, or comment on the page.
Anybody that, even if you're not wounded or injured over there and you still been there, doesn't mean you still haven't been through the horrors of war, so we
Absolutely.
still want to help you,
Mentors are invited as well.
So, yeah, of course,
Anybody that wants to come on board and support, just contact us, at 232 Troops. 232 Troops.
232 Troops. And then did you want to give a shout out to some of your sponsors?
Yeah,
You were saying
we just
you're really
wanted
excited
to
about that.
Thank Monster, they came on board with us big time, and Lucas Oil, Red Cap, Snap-on, Miller, Ryan Hughes.
And I'm sure you guys are always looking for more help as
Oh, yeah,
well. So
most
again,
definitely.
they can go
That's
to your
how-
guys'
that's how it
Facebook
works.
page.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Warrior Built. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for being here. You guys are, really obviously passionate about this, and some pretty inspirational, gentlemen. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
being
thank
here.
you.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you for having me.